the 10K to 100K challenge. Today, we got some big news, got some big moves. I'm about to hit some dirty grooves. So today, we got our limit order. We're canceling it because we're running out of DCAs. Our last DCA is hitting tomorrow on Monday. So once that DCA hits, I will be out of cash other than my limit order. So we're canceling the limit order. I've made my decision, and we're going to use some of that limit order to keep the DCA going. If you're new to this channel, welcome. My name is Tafari. I am trying to turn 10K into 100K using the power of magic internet money, also known as Bitcoin. And I have some stuff to share with you today. I got some information that is what's dictating my decision, and I'm going to share with you all the decisions I make, where the money's going, how it's being used, and my plans as to how I'm going to turn this 10K into 100K. So welcome. If you're new, subscribe. If you're not new and you are subscribed, make a second account and subscribe again because I need the help, please. Anyways, let's get straight into it. So today I have some basic shit I want to go over, and it mainly has to do with where I see price at right now, how people are reacting to price, where the sentiment's at, and how the technicals are kind of telling me that we're probably close to a bottom, if not have already bottomed. So one thing that has always happened in Bitcoin's history is the 4-year cycle. Whether you like it or not, whether you think, oh, this time's different, it doesn't matter. History is the proof and the pudding, and there's no arguing with it. And it simply has just moved in this fashion. So we get the down years, sideways, 2 years up, down years, sideways, 2 years up, blah, 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 blah. So seeing as I started this series in February, around here, I have essentially caught what I think is a good opportunity in terms of where I've bought. Now, it could go lower. We could see the 50 to 40K, but I will still be satisfied with my buy because, 60K when the last all-time high was 120, still a good buy. And this has always been my philosophy with Bitcoin is if it ain't broke, don't fix it. So seeing as we still have a good 5-ish, maybe August, September, October, November. So 4 months. Since we have 4 months left, and if I were to just DCA, that would be 2 more months. I would be DCAing into, let's say, October, and then I would have no money left. If we take prior cycles, that would actually be timing the bottom perfectly, and I'd look like a superhero. But all I really did was follow the similar pattern, DCA when prices got low, and stuck to that strategy. I haven't changed anything since February. It's all been the same. And one of the things, if I want to get technical and explain like what I'm seeing right now, is on the weekly, we've had a divergence on the RSI. So we see RSI, it created, let me expand this bitch. It created a higher low. What? That is not what I'm trying to do. Where's the... Oh. Okay, so RSI created a higher low, which is important because price was making a lower low. So price is moving down while RSI is building up, meaning momentum is building, but price hasn't caught up with that momentum. This is typically a sign that things will start reversing, or it's called a bullish divergence. I'm not the fucking authority on technical analysis. This could be a bunch of woo-woo bullshit, but from what I know and from what I've studied, this is typically a sign that things are going to reverse. And we can also see that this happens on the downside as well. So essentially, what you have is momentum peaks here, starts moving down. Okay. While price is still moving up. Okay. So we can see the divergence is price moves one way, RSI moves the other, and this is typically a sign that things are about to reverse or that momentum is fading on the upside or momentum is fading on the downside. So this is something that to me gives a high level of confidence. Now, not only this, but in terms of the long term, typically with the Gaussian channel, this is a moving average that I've been watching for a while, and this helps me decide when are better times to buy. And essentially, this anytime it flips red, a couple weeks after we typically see the bottom, this has happened this cycle, a couple weeks after this, a couple weeks after this cycle. So historically, and based on the data, um, as soon as we flipped red, I was kind of in the mindset to where like it's better to be buying now than to wait. And we did have this pump up, which skewed my average price, and I obviously bought on the way up because I was DCAing. But in general, Bitcoin has kind of done the exact same thing it's done previously. Like if we look at this time frame, for when it flipped red a couple weeks after, 200 days was the perfect buying period. Now, if that's the case, flip red, let's say we take from here or even back here, maybe it was a bit early preemptive. Those 200 days, let me zoom in, is basically where I've been buying. So I'm feeling pretty good about my allocation and when I allocate it. Now, one of the things I'm slowly worrying about, and this is one of the topics of the video, is I am running out of cash. So I'm heavily invested in Bitcoin right now. So I have $7,750 invested in Bitcoin, and then another $2,250 still in cash. 250 will be spent tomorrow, and then $2,000 are in my limit order, and that is demonstrated here. Oh, not here. Oh wait, yes, here. And we can see that I have one more DCA here. These are not technically set yet, and my limit order used to be around 48K. So the new plan is to cancel my $2,000 limit order, is to have 5 more DCAs set. So I'll have tomorrow, Monday, and then 4 more. So another month of DCAs. And then I'm going to set a higher limit order of $1,000 at around 55K USD. So this is the switch that I'm making compared to my old strategy where I had a $2,000 limit order at 48K. I just more and more looking at the data, I'm less and less convinced that we're gonna see the 40s. Could still happen, so I mean, I'm ready for it mentally, like I'm prepared for it. But in terms of what I think is actually gonna happen, I think we genuinely could just reverse from here and start moving up. I think this could be the bottom. It's the data is very clear, and if you take a time-based approach to the 4-year cycles, October is when it's going to bottom or sometime in the fourth quarter. And there's really not that much further to fall. Like, let's say we drop in the fourth quarter, get to 40K. My average price is still 60, and I'll have a few more DCAs within that time. So it'll be even a bit lower. And then anything like I'm happy with a 60K average price, even if it goes to 40. It's going to be painful for the time, but in the long term, and the way I view this is that that's still a great position long term. So I'm happy with that. And I want to talk quickly about the sentiment and how I'm viewing that and how it's kind of giving me more confidence that we're almost done with this bear market. I've seen that people have been super excited for the clarity, but sentiment has kind of been like, you know what, it's not going to pass. We've seen it be delayed. There's problems with all this stuff. Then we have the uh, the BIP 110 thing where people are fighting over, oh, will the chain split? Will it be, um, will that cause problems? There's also the cold card hacks, which, could make people fearful about self custody and, oh no, Bitcoin's not as secure as people thought. All of these things have happened just in the last few months. And what have we seen? Let me make this smaller. What have we seen with price? Almost nothing has happened, right? Like there's been such fear in the markets. There's been news about this and that, and all this outrage about what's happening. What are we doing with this and that? And all of it has not moved the price by even 10K. So the way I view this is sellers are exhausted. There's very few people willing to sell anymore. And even when bad news comes out, which would typically trigger selling, nobody's doing it. So there's a base of long term holders like me, maybe like you, that are like, you know what? I'm not selling because there's so many things telling me I should sell that I'm going to do the opposite. I'm just going to hold. I value the asset. I want to get a position. And as it goes down, you're just going to buy more. Like I'm going to buy more if it keeps going down because I value this asset. So overall, there's nothing to worry about really. It's just a time thing. I think once we get into 2027, I think it's going to be smooth sailing from there. I will have to deal with the fact that I won't have cash anymore. So either I'll have to sell to hopefully buy lower or find some other way to add cash. But that is a video for another day. I'm going to, hopefully, this video will be kind of short. It's basically, I'm just telling you what's changed about my strategy. And it's very simple. I'm changing my limit order so I can continue DCAing for another month. And then that limit order will only be $1,000 and around 55K USD, which is a major support level of a previous consolidation area. And then if I hit 55 and I hit that limit order, it'll bring my average price down a fair bit and I will be happy, smooth sailing, and I will just chill. You probably won't hear a series video from me for a while because there won't be much to talk about. There'll only be money just flowing out the ass after that point. So yeah. Now I want to say quickly, if you are a Canadian investor and you want to buy a Bitcoin ETF, I do have a link for Wealthsimple. And if, let's say, you were part of the cold card stuff, or maybe you weren't, but you're worried about self custody, I personally use Trezor. That's the one I'm confident with and I feel the safest with. So if you also want to get a Trezor, I have a link down in the description. I have other resources if you need them, so feel free to look through that. But those are my affiliate links. It supports the channel. And like always, subscribe, leave a like, yada, yada, yada. And now we will get into my actual account. So basically, with my account, um, I'm currently down probably, or not probably, basically $200. We'll see all time. Yeah, $204. So I haven't made any sells. I've just been buying periodically and holding. I have an average price of $27, so that um, when I actually set up my limit order, and I'll do that right now, and I'll show you guys so you can see everything I'm doing, real numbers, every decision I make. What we're gonna do is cancel this limit order. So now we have the cash in the account. We are going to we're going to set the limit order first. And I did the math. The equivalent of 55K in IBIT is something around 22.50. So that is going to be my new limit price. Okay, so it's making me buy full shares. I could buy fractional, but I'm too lazy to figure out why I can't right now. So we're just gonna do 45 shares. So that's $1,000 and or $1,012.50. So we're gonna set up that limit order. It'll expire in November. So we're gonna queue that order. So that is done. You can see it here. Now back in our account, we have more cash to DTA. So that'll keep going. I'll keep you guys updated. Not much left to say on this video. Thank you all for watching. I'll catch you guys in the next one, and peace.